Hi Fred, Joe Cerrone. Just going through your questions from CAD 116. Plates 1 through 4 were straightforward, but on plate number 5, you had a few questions here, and we want to look at creating the lines that have an end between grid lines, mark for center, to create a center mark on a circle, and the dashed lines. So plate number 5, thought I had it open. Let me grab a different one. There we go. So plate number 5 looks like this, and as far as like the endpoints of lines, that's going to be controlled by the drafting settings. And so drafting settings for snap and grid, I typically put them at like 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch, and then have my grid and snap a little bit larger. I also enable polar tracking. For this exercise, you don't need object snap, so I'm going to turn that off. And then from a standpoint of creating the center marks, we'll start with that one. What you would do is you would go to the center line layer, and then you go to the annotate, and there's 2 center mark creators. And they basically upgraded this. They took this from SolidWorks that had this kind of detailing. And so what you'd do is you'd go to the center line layer, you'd say center mark, and then you just need to click on the actual geometry itself. You can't touch it in the center here, but if you touch the edge of the circle, it'll work. And then for these other ones here, you would use this center line tool, and all you need to do is tag the 2 lines, and it'll put the center line there between them. As far as creating hidden lines, on the hidden line layer, what you would do is you would go to the hidden line layer. I'm going to take these out. I'm making a tape. And what we would do is we would go to the line command, and then you would just project over from the side view. And so we, like that. Repeat. And then the same over at this part. And so this is orthographic projection. In other words, we're just showing the side view of what this would look like. And as far as getting the lines to be endpoint, or at least snapping between the grid, they should. I'm not sure if it's a graphic card issue or something like that. And then lastly, the way that you adjust the hidden lines is with something called LT scale. And LT scale will change the dashes, how much there is between them. So if I up this to 1, now we have 2 dashes. If I hit enter to repeat the last command and tweak that down to 0.5, and that's really what you want. When you draw with a pencil, you want to have 3 dashes if possible. If you go through some of the old drafting standards, they'll actually tell you how long to make the lines with a ruler. Alrighty, that completes this tutorial video.